Hum, 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 hum.
Oakey Dokley. There's a bit of a pun there. Now I'm at the P&D Decorating Show 2026 at the NEC, and as you've probably picked up on previous videos, this is also linked to the Installer Show, which has got the Woodworking Show. You've got plumbers, you've got builders, you've got any trades, also under one roof at the NEC this year. Now, I've been going around a few stands to look at the stands that I've probably not filmed previously when I've done trade shows, and without exception, I've come across Mark. I've known Mark for the last number of years through trade shows and places that I've been to, and I thought I'd come over and speak to Mark about what he's got with his Oakey Dokleys. Now, this is Oakey Abrasives. So we're going to swivel and spin the camera around. Hiya, Mark. Nice to see you again, and I'll shake your hand.
Good to see you, Phil.
Tell us what you've got and what you want to talk about today.
Firstly, thanks for coming to see us. We really appreciate it. We're just going to talk you through our range of three Oakey pads. The first one is the removal pad, colour-coded in maroon. You find it's a very abrasive type pad. Ideally for stripping down. It can be used on most products: plastic, wood, metal, fibre. Can be used with chemical, can be used with ferroliquid and water, but really is an abrasive type pad. Phil, you'll probably get the gist of that, feeling that. So it gets to give you an idea just of what.
When we say coarse, this is coarse.
This is coarse. Again, folded, multi-flexible. It really is a type of pad that every tradesman should have in the back of his van. It's part of his kit for doing his day job for his decorating, and multi-functions as well. The mid-type pad that we have is the Oakey finishing pad. Again, less abrasive this time. And again, once you've done the ripping down, this is then the finishing product that will get you to a finishing surface that will be ideal for paint. Again, finishing with filler, really to give you a product at the end of the day that's going to really look suitable and presentable with the finish that's used after using this pad. The last one that I'd like to show you, and again, you'll feel this one, Phil, this is what we call the flexible cleaning pad. This is non-abrasive, and a bit like the idea that I've used it before previously, barbecues, PVC, spillages, spray, overspray of paint on windows, all aluminium.
It's not going to scratch glass.
No, I use it at the weekend on my own property. There's no scratching at all to it. It's totally negative of any abrasion in there. It is a cleaning product. But these are probably our fastest moving pads now within the market, and really can be found at most good leading distributors of our products. So I'd highly recommend the abrasive pack.
That's quite interesting. So would you think this is taking over from your traditional Oakey your greens and your rolls of abrasives? Is it because these are more flexible, last longer, and obviously it's like using wet and dry sandpaper? You could actually put this into a bucket of soapy water and away you go,
and it won't fall apart.
Longer.
Exactly. I would say it's probably more I would say wet and dry, taking a little bit of that market, probably taking away the basic sandpaper range, still leaving the range there for the Liberty Green, etc. But really, these are a lot more flexible, a lot more. They're going to last a lot longer. There's not a shelf life on them, and they will last a long time. We really do enhance these. And again, a general decorator, specialist decorator, I would recommend have a pack of these in his van at all times.
I'm going to say, you know what I'm like, no sponsorship, no endorsement or anything, but I do have these on my van because we've bought them. Because no sponsorship, no endorsement, no money changes hands, Mark.
Of course.
But I use these particularly when we're cleaning down UPVC for spraying, because we don't want to scratch it like using a traditional sandpaper and make marks into that UPVC. We want something that's still going to be fine enough, and it's mainly really around the green. It's either green or a worn down of the red, or burgundy,
maroon,
a maroon, and this is what we actually use to clean down and actually get a little bit of a key that your spray paint then goes onto. So
absolutely.
The main reason is because you can put them in a bucket of water. It's not going to disintegrate.
Nope.
And also, it's the flexibility that you can actually shape it around your contours and your mouldings.
Absolutely. Far more flexible. standard sandpaper, which after a time will fall apart. You can't cut it straight, you can't flexible, it can't be as flexible with flexing pads. And again, it's an all-round product that will do a lot of jobs.
That's good. Would you say these are now taking over a little bit from when we used to do, well, we used to, bit of wire wool to clean down woodwork and stuff like that?
Exactly. The plumbers, been into a few plumbers merchants and put these in there. Talked to a few plumbers, they're now using these, particularly the coarse pads, more than what they would do a medium or a coarse wire wool. Definitely using in that market as well. Yeah. Again, it's just a more flexible product for a lot more products.
Where are you actually at the moment for buying these? Are you in the main?
Yeah, Brewers, you'll be in Brewers, you'll be in Crown, we'll be in Dulux, we'll be in Travis Perkins. Looking for other good merchants as well. We're in a lot of independents as well now in the UK. It really is a core range product in these merchants.
And I think if you talk sandpaper, everybody will say Liberty Green straight away anyway.
They know it.
Yeah, so they know your branding, that's fine.
A bit of an update on Liberty Green. We're just about to launch our new Liberty Green, which has a percentage now of recycled. The minimum percentage recycled in any roll of Liberty Green now is 27%. These are independently marked on all packs, as you'll see there, Phil. So this particular pack has got 28% in it. They'll go live into the UK market in June, which is this month. So they're starting to come out now as we speak. So again, that's a progression of a recycled product, which a lot of customers ask us about. What is our green credentials and what are we doing about it? So that is now happening as we speak in the market today. So highly popular products, but again, with a rich history of experience and knowledge, Oakey is really one that highly recommended.
Yeah. Are they still doing wet and dry sandpaper, or has that market really dropped off now compared to what it was probably 20 years ago? Yeah,
we still have a wet and dry. It's still part of the family pack at the end of the day. It's still stocked in the merchants where we stock our products. They're really what I would call the golden five: wet and dry, Superflex, between coats, Liberty Green and general purpose. I think personally there'll always be a market there for them. It's just that some particular skills and trades will want to go for other products as well, but I think in a way, in the world of changing products, it's one that we're in, and people try new products, get comfortable with it. Equally, some people want to stick to the products they've always known. It's that type of market for our products.
And I think we talk about things moving on. 20 years ago, it was all wet and dry because you got oil-based paints that you wanted to clean down, you wanted to get that key to it and obviously get a glass finish. We've moved on with water-based paints, which I'm not saying it's not so critical to get a really smooth finish, but you've got a little bit more leeway between you actually sanding down, because it doesn't flow out the same, so you don't have to cut down the same. You can be a little bit quicker, can't you?
Yeah. Another product I'd like to show you very, very quickly is what we call our Superflex. A Superflex very much is compared to the standard paperback sandpaper, is a cloth back paper. And the idea of this one is that you can tear this without having the rips and the tears that go off piste. So it's a lot better for doing mules, spindles, staircases, all that rubbing down around the particular awkward area. So much, exactly, Phil. So much more flexible, and we have a little bit of fun sometimes just to see how far we can get it down to, how far we get the tears down to. But it really is the Rolls Royce of sandpaper. Again, it's a premium product, so it is a little bit more expensive, but it equally does a better job. It will last longer, and again, the performance outweighs standard sandpaper.
That fabric backing is, sort of say game changer, but it is good for the decorator. It isn't ripping when you're trying to bend it round things.
How many times you see the tears in the sandpaper?
Has this come more from the industrial side of belt sanding
Absolutely, absolutely. And the conditions that they've been working in, the tradesman has demanded a better product for doing this type of work by hand. So that's been developed from there as where we are today. 100%.
Do you know what? I think we've covered everything, and we're going to be talking about the pads, but we have covered everything, and ideally that's what I wanted to do. I'm going to say thank you, Mark. Lovely to see you again. And I'll probably see you at the next show. Will you do the Brewers one?
Yeah, do Brewers. Yeah,
we'll do the Brewers one.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Probably Mansfield will be my next one if you do that one.
Come see, of course.
Good. Well, thank you very much for that.
Pleasure, Phil.